Hello again, you're still watching Joy News Prime, and I'm back with more business news. Ghana's trade laws prohibit foreigners from retailing in the local markets, but over the years, implementation of these laws has remained an issue, with thousands of foreigners flooding the country's retail markets. Feeling hurt by this development, some Ghanaian retailers have actually taken the laws into their own hands by attacking people they claim are taking their jobs. So why has it become so difficult for successive governments to enforce the law? That's the question I posed to the Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Carlos Ahenkra, a short while ago.
We have laws governing our trade in this country, but it is also a fact that there's an ECOWAS protocol that we are signatories to, which has asked us not to be discriminatory in this regard. Anything that we do to actually alienate our brothers or our colleagues from the sub-region would hit so hard on us as a country. That is why we are taking every step to ensure that people who come into this country genuinely or legitimately are given the opportunity to go about their duties, safely. But those who are not coming in legitimately, we have to find administrative ways to, as it were, let them either better their position or find their way out.
In this way, I'm talking about the retail laws.
Yes, there's a retail law that I'm also discussing. People coming here, they are given 90 days entry visas. As for what they come and do here, it has to conform with the laws that we have of the land. But unfortunately, it's the same Ghanaian populace, our own people, who aid them in doing otherwise. For example, if you have a stall in the Makola market or you have a stall in the Kumasi Central Market, and somebody comes to rent, the person says, I'm not from Ghana, I'm from here, and he wants to rent your shop. The basic things that you request from this person are his paperwork, his legitimacy, his strength to be able to rent your place, not with regards to the money that he's holding, but his appropriateness. But people rather, live beyond asking these questions and go ahead and rely on the amount of money that you are prepared to pay and give this out. This is where we are going to tackle the problem from.
We have Ghanaians also trading in the sub-region. What immediately, with this thing emerging, are you going to do to ensure that we don't have reprisal attacks in the neighboring countries?
Exactly my point. You see, you don't want to create a situation whereby there will be a reprisal of other citizens against our own in their countries. We have to be extremely cautious and deal with this diplomatically. I would have preferred that we keep the solution of this problem to government, or we give it to government and ensure that no individuals will have that singular right to go in there to other closed shops or attack people, in inverted commas, as we are hearing from Kumasi. It is a very dangerous situation. It is a very serious thing to happen to any country. Let me give you an example. Not too long ago, we heard about harassment of citizens of Nigeria in South Africa. And it became so bad to the Nigerians that they immediately moved in and started closing all South Africa investments in Nigeria. The shop rights, the games, even MTN suffered a little bit of blow. And we don't want this to happen in our country. Nigeria has always been our big brother, our big brothers. Cote d'Ivoire, they are sisters if we are siblings. Togo, I'll say they are junior brothers or whatever. We are all one people. We are all equal. But of course, it stands to reason that if you want to go to anybody's country and deal in anything in terms of trading, you have to abide by the trading laws of the country. This is where we are striking the balance to ensure that people who are coming in here to trade, even before they get into the trading business, they are legitimately existing. They have their proper requisites to live here. They have all the paperwork and the necessary investments that they have to make to qualify them to sit in places. We're going to, as a ministry, even go forward and invite the Nigerian High Commission and, of course, the Nigerian Traders Association to sit down with them and come up with solutions couched between us to solve this problem once and for all.
To other stories now, Cocoa Board has started engaging some banks outside the country to possibly secure a $1.5 billion loan. The funds are expected to help the board finance purchases of cocoa beans for the next crop season. George Yafi has more in this report.
This engagement is more of securing the commitment from some banks that they will indeed lend to the board at a certain interest rate. Chief Executive of Cocoa Board, Joseph Boahene Edu, has been giving more details about this deal to Joy Business.
This indication will be going for 1.5, but initially we are expecting to have 1.3, and then with an additional $200 million to make it 1.5. You know, the devastation from the latest records and surveys had been more overwhelming than we actually anticipated.
Cocoa Board last year raised about $1.3 billion for the purchases of 900,000 metric tons of cocoa beans. Therefore, this deal might be seen as a little bit higher than what it raised from banks last year, which was oversubscribed by $550 million. It is not clear for now how proposals not to sell a metric ton cocoa beans below $2,600 from next year could impact on this cost of raising these funds. Securing some good interest for this loan could ensure that cocoa farmers in the country get some good price for their yields come the next crop season.
Markets now, and crude oil sold at $62.48 a barrel after gaining some 54 cents today. Let's check how trading fared today on the commodity market next in Commodity News.